I'm going to take you under the hood and show you how our video marketing system works. I'm going to show you our strategy. I'm going to show you the different tools and methods that we use to tie all of this together. First, let's get started with the strategy. The most important part of our system is our strategic approach, which is centered around the buyer's journey. Every single consumer, purchaser, anybody that's thinking about spending money goes on this journey. They become aware of a problem they have, they're looking at someone to solve that problem, and then they make the purchasing decision to solve that problem. Now, what's great about video is you can hit that person making that purchasing decision at each stage with content. So, let's say for our awareness stage, we're doing short form vertical videos on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn, wherever that audience lives. And we're telling them, hey, do you have this problem? And your brand is right in front of them. But then let's say we're talking about the consideration stage with video content. What we can actually do is maybe make a little bit more longer form. Is like, hey, we do this X thing. This is how we do it. This is why we do it, and this is why it's beneficial to you. It's really educational content. As those purchasers are thinking about making that decision, they're looking into why should they work with you. And a lot of times, different purchasers have different reasons for making that decision. Sometimes it's price, sometimes it's values, sometimes it's maybe your processes. It could be a whole bunch of different things. And so the good thing about doing video the right way in the consideration stage is you kind of get to like plant your flag in the ground and say, hey, this is why we do what we do, and this is how we do it. This is the stage that I think is the most critical when it comes to video content, because that tool of video content is what most people want. They want it in video content because that's what they consume, that's what they want to see, and that's just what works. Now, when they move to the decision stage, when they're actually thinking about spending that money, what we're doing with video content is basically saying, hey, this is what's going to get you over that. This is what's going to solve that problem. You're hitting them with really targeted messaging saying, hey, look, we're the ones you should work with or you should buy from. So that's how video works strategically at each of those stages. Now, we just finished up a campaign with a client and we saw great success from it. And I'm going to kind of show you the different tools and things that we use to run that campaign and to see that it was actually successful. So, Athletes United is one of our clients. The goal we were trying to do was to basically sell online tickets to an event they were having. And so we drove, using our videos, we drove traffic to this part of the website, which was this landing page. And then on this landing page, it's not here anymore because this has already concluded, but there was the first thing they saw when they got to this landing page was purchase tickets. So they were able to see purchase tickets. Now, what's great is on this landing page, we could hit them with consideration stage content that lays out a little bit more about who they are. I'll watch just a few seconds of this.
There were some men on campus that were 2-3 years older that reached down and grabbed into my life and brought me into their world.
You know, it just takes one person that believes in you to help you shape you through your life and to...
So you can see this is a little bit different. What it's doing is it's showing who they are, what they do, the people it's affected, the people it's helped. That's what's really powerful with video at the consideration stage. And this was on the landing page. So we had, let's say if someone's looking to purchase a ticket, there was the ability to click and say buy a ticket or buy a table. But maybe if they were still thinking about it, they weren't really sure what they're hit with is this video content that basically says, hey, here's who we are. You really should participate in this. And that's how that functions from the landing page. Now, when it comes to the awareness stage content that I mentioned before, what we created were basically 5 different short form vertical videos that were the coaches and athletes asking people to participate and telling them how awesome it was going to be. And so if I look here on Meta's Business Suite, You can see we had these right here were our video ads. Our goal within the video ad on Facebook was to click the link to go to that landing page. So you can see the number of link clicks that we got. So you can see right here, there's only spent $20 to $30 and they got almost 40 link clicks to that specific link. Now, here's the cool part about this too. That link, we create something called UTM links, which are categorized links that tell us in our analytics platform which videos are performing the best. So we create a UTM link that looks like this, which is basically saying, hey, where's it going? Is it organic or paid? What's the name of that content? And then also, was it awareness or decision stage content? And so this is awareness, consideration, or decision stage content. And then this is the type of link that it creates. So what we had with our platform on Meta, on Facebook or Instagram, we had that UTM link, and then it pulled data into Google Analytics, which is what you see here. Now, the reason why we want to use Google Analytics and not just rely on the data that Meta Business Suite gives us is because Google Analytics gives us some more granular data. For example, what I can't tell in Meta Business Suite is, were the people who clicked these links first-time users, or were they repeat people who had maybe seen other content or maybe visited the website before and still clicked the link? I can't really tell that in Meta. But in Google Analytics, I can. So here's what we had in Google Analytics. You can see our UTM link data came in, awareness stage content. Here was the name of the video. Here's the platform that it was on. And you can see the different active users with each piece of content. Now, I can see that some videos were performing better than others. So that gives me information of like, okay, well, why did that happen? Was it the person that's in it? Was it what they said? That allows us to kind of hone in on what we're doing. But back to the point I made about not knowing who clicked links, why, how often. The way that I have this report set up right now is this is actually set up to just be, you can see my variables here, first users. So that means these are original IP addresses that came to that landing page for the first time. So they haven't seen Athletes United before, they haven't been to the website, these are first time users. So in that 30-day window, a little less than 30-day window, we had that campaign running. You can see we got essentially 500 unique users from the different paid content. And this was just paid content, not organic. You can see I have that set up as paid traffic. So we brought 500 unique people to that. Well, the awesome thing I know is that it was successful because they sold out all their tickets. So that's how we're tying the conversion to the traffic that we were driving it. And we know, as you can see here, which videos were performing the best. So for our next campaign, which will be membership driving, we can know, all right, well, let's get some of that information from there. And as we build out our content, we can know that we're hitting those people with the right messaging. So that is it in a nutshell. Those are the systems and tools that we use. I hope this was informational. I hope that it kind of maybe ties a lot of those things together to see how all of it works. If that's something you're looking to have us help with your business and start driving you leads, start really helping your business grow, click that button to schedule a call with me, and I look forward to talking with you.